Bibi and the Christmas Star. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl named Bibi. Bibi had a little brother called Chukwudi, and both of them were excited to finish school for the year. As Christmas was just around the corner, Christmas was Bibi and Chukwudi's favorite time of the year. Bibi and Chukwudi lived with their mother and father in their village. For years, their mother and father had the best Christmas traditions for them. Bibi and Chukwudi could not wait to make more Christmas memories with their mother and father. One morning, 3 days to Christmas, Bibi and Chukwudi woke up very early and rushed to their parents' bedroom. "What are we doing for the Christmas holiday?" they asked their mother and father. But in surprise, Bibi's mother and father did not know that Christmas was around the corner. In fact, they were not prepared at all. Their parents did not share in their excitement, as they did not think that Christmas was coming at all. Maybe their mother and father were planning a Christmas surprise. Bibi and Chukwudi went off to play with their friends, but when they got to their house, they too did not know that Christmas was 3 days away. Something was going on. They went to their friends, the Obiajulu's house. The Obiajulus as well did not know that Christmas was 3 days away. In fact, it was like they did not care. Bibi and Chukwudi were getting worried. At first, they thought their parents were trying to surprise them. But how come their friends as well did not know that Christmas was coming? Bibi and Chukwudi went to the market. Definitely somebody in the market would know that Christmas was coming. All the delicious chicken and rice would be bought from there. But to their dismay, when they got to the market, the women shooed them away and continued selling their produce. Bibi and Chukwudi were surprised, but they were not deterred. They were going to find someone who knew that Christmas was 3 days away and share in the excitement. Bibi and Chukwudi left the market and went to the Obi's house. The Obi brothers were twins. Definitely they would know that Christmas was coming. Bibi and Chukwudi asked the Obi brothers what they thought about Christmas being 3 days away. The Obi brothers responded that they did not care for Christmas. They just wanted to play and have fun. And they invited Bibi and Chukwudi to do the same. But Bibi and Chukwudi were not satisfied. They knew the Obi twins were naughty anyway, so they were not going to take their word for it. They went to the king's palace, where the big Christmas tree is usually erected, and were hoping to see all the decorations that would remind them that Christmas was 3 days away. But to their shock, the Christmas tree was bare. There were no decorations on it at all. The Christmas fairy appeared to them and told them that there might be no Christmas this year in their village because the Christmas star, which sits atop the Christmas tree, has disappeared, along with all the other Christmas decorations for the tree. Without this, the Christmas fairy cannot spread the Christmas cheer throughout the village. Bibi and Chukwudi were alarmed. Who would take the Christmas star away from them, depriving them of the Christmas spirit? Bibi and Chukwudi thought something has to be done. The Christmas star must be found, but who is going to do it? As the Christmas fairy left, Bibi and Chukwudi were still worried at the king's palace. Then they saw a Christmas bubble in the corner, looking very sad. The red Christmas bubble told them that the Christmas star and the rest of the decorations had been kept in the enchanted forest. Who would go into the enchanted forest to save the Christmas star? It seemed like such a daunting task for two small children. Bibi and Chukwudi thought somebody needed to save Christmas. After dinner, Bibi and Chukwudi sat in their courtyard. The Obi twins came to join them and listened as they planned to go into the enchanted forest to save the Christmas star. The Obi twins discouraged them from doing it, saying that Christmas was not that important anyway. But Bibi and Chukwudi loved Christmas so much, and they did not want to miss out on the Christmas spirit this year. They decided that they would go into the enchanted forest. Skeptical, the Obi twins decided to go with them anyway. The next morning, Bibi, Chukwudi, the red Christmas bauble and the Obi twins got to the entrance of the enchanted forest. And as they stood there, they heard a loud growl. The Obi twins screamed in horror. "It's a leopard! It's going to eat us! Let's run," they said. And they ran all the way back to the bush path. The Obi twins told Chukwudi and Bibi not to go into the enchanted forest, as that leopard was going to eat them. But Bibi was brave. She would do anything to save the Christmas star. She and Chukwudi decided to go into the enchanted forest without the Obi twins. The Obi twins were dismayed and did everything to discourage them, but Bibi and Chukwudi were determined. As Bibi and Chukwudi got to the entrance of the enchanted forest, they looked all around. Which direction should they follow? Just then, an enchanted elf appeared to them and asked what they were doing in the enchanted forest. Bibi and Chukwudi said that they wanted to rescue the Christmas star and all the other Christmas decorations that had been hidden in the enchanted forest. The forest elf saw that they were pure in heart and decided to help them. The forest elf gave Bibi a flute and said whenever they encountered any problems in the forest, all she had to do was blow into the flute 3 times and the problem would be solved. Bibi thanked the forest elf and entered into the enchanted forest with her brother and the red Christmas bauble. After walking for a few minutes in the enchanted forest, they saw the blue Christmas bauble trapped in a tree, asking for help. Bibi jumped and reached for the bauble, but it was frozen behind a sheet of frost. How is she going to save this Christmas bauble, she thought. Then she remembered the flute and blew into it 3 times, just as the elf had told her to. And just then, the frost disappeared and Bibi rescued the Christmas decorations. They were very happy and proceeded into the enchanted forest to rescue the rest of the decorations and the Christmas star. As Bibi and Chukwudi walked further, they came across a stream, and on that stream was the green Christmas bauble. They were so excited to rescue it. But Bibi remembered the flute. She blew into it 3 times and was able to rescue the green Christmas bauble. As they proceeded, they heard the voices of the rest of the baubles screaming for help, but they were not sure in what direction. Just as they were thinking, they came across 2 elves. The elves saw Bibi and Chukwudi and asked what they were doing in the forest. Bibi and Chukwudi told the elves that they just wanted to save Christmas because their village's Christmas star was trapped somewhere in the enchanted forest and they didn't know what direction to take. The first elf told Bibi to take a right. The second elf told Chukwudi to take a left. Bibi and Chukwudi were confused. Which side should they take? Both of them began to argue. One wanted to go in one direction and the other wanted to follow the other direction. The elves giggled as they watched them fight. The red Christmas bauble became worried. The more they argued, the more time was going. The red Christmas bauble showed Bibi the flute. Bibi and Chukwudi stopped arguing for a moment. She blew into the flute 3 times. Bibi told the elves to stop the confusion and tell them at once what direction to go in order to rescue the Christmas star. After a brief hesitation, the elf decided to be honest and showed them the path to the Christmas star. After a brief walk, Bibi, Chukwudi, the elf, and the Christmas baubles came across the Christmas star and the rest of the decorations. They were so grateful to the elf and thanked him for his help. The elf disappeared shortly after. Bibi, Chukwudi, and the rest of the baubles were so excited to be reunited once again. And just as Bibi reached for the decorations, a frost came upon them. They could not move. They were frozen in the enchanted forest. Chukwudi and the Christmas decorations began to cry. They really wanted to celebrate Christmas, but how could they, now that they are frozen in the enchanted forest forever? Bibi asked them to stop crying, as she needed to think of a way out. She reached for her flute and blew into it, but the frost did not disappear. She then told them to sing Christmas carols just as she blew into her flute. Maybe that will work. Chukwudi and the Christmas decorations began to sing just as Bibi blew into her flute. And slowly, just like magic, the frost began to melt. Bibi and her brother were excited as the frost melted, as they dashed out of the enchanted forest with the Christmas star and all the Christmas decorations. Outside, they saw the Obi twins in tears. "Why are you crying?" they asked. The Obi twins confessed that they are the ones who took the Christmas star and the decorations and kept them in the enchanted forest. They did not want anyone to celebrate Christmas this year, as they had been very naughty and their parents had promised that there would be no gifts for them. Bibi and Chukwudi were in shock, but they ran to the palace Christmas tree anyway to give the decorations over to the Christmas fairy. The Obi twins also confessed that they faked the leopard noise at the entrance of the enchanted forest just to discourage Bibi and Chukwudi from going to rescue the Christmas star. Bibi and Chukwudi said they forgave them, but they had to go and give the Christmas star to the Christmas fairy immediately. The Christmas fairy was so happy to see Bibi and Chukwudi with the Christmas star. She thanked them for their bravery. She blew her fairy dust on the Christmas star, and the star took its place on the Christmas tree along with all the other beautiful decorations. The Christmas fairy warned the Obi brothers never to do that again, as even though they have been naughty, there are many other people in the village who are waiting to enjoy the Christmas spirit, and they did not need to deprive them just because they have been naughty. In gratitude, the Christmas fairy gave Bibi and Chukwudi beautiful presents and thanked them for their bravery and for helping her restore the Christmas spirit throughout the village. Bibi and Chukwudi were so excited, they thanked her for the gifts and ran home. On their way home, there were decorations throughout the village. This is what Bibi and Chukwudi have been waiting for, the true Christmas spirit. When Bibi and Chukwudi got home, they were happy to see a huge Christmas tree with beautiful, beautiful presents underneath. Their mother and father had decorated the house, and they too were excited that Christmas was just 3 days away. Christmas Day came, and the entire village was overrun with excitement. There was loud music, gifts, and parties. Bibi and Chukwudi felt like the big heroes that saved Christmas this year. And they all shouted together, "Merry Christmas!" as the eating and the merriment continued. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us.